My name is Jada Powell. I'm here with the Digital Doers podcast at the Cognite User Forum, and my esteemed guest, David from TotalEnergies. Welcome.
Thank you.
So glad to have you. We just want to talk a little bit about your experience. What do you think of the conference so far? We're here at day 2.
Oh, it was a very exciting and impressive conference. The first time I come to this conference.
Okay.
So it's very a pleasure to be there. And a lot of talks, a lot of speakers, very interesting, very compelling. And I've heard a lot of things that interest me perfectly on the area I'm working on TotalEnergies. So that's good. We worked a lot on data products. So I've heard a lot about data products, a lot about data ecosystems, the agentic AI. So sounds good.
Yes, there's a lot of different companies here. The energy here is great. Yeah. And so it's my first one too. So it's both of our first time. So can you talk a little bit about Total's plans for 2026? What you guys have on the horizon?
On the horizon, specifically with Cognite, right?
Sure.
Okay, so we already signed a good partnership with Cognite. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a great, let's say, achievement, but it's just the start of the journey, you know? Mm-hmm. So we aim to implement and deploy on all our E&P exploration producing assets, the Cognite Data Fusion as, let's say, the foundation, the data foundation to leverage on data and be able to leverage on all digital things and AI. So it will be good. A lot of challenges for us, but very interesting journey that has started.
Absolutely. Congratulations on the partnership. You're in good hands, I feel.
Yeah.
And what are some wins that you guys had last year for 2025? I know that's what you're looking forward to, and 2026 is your partnership, but as a company overall?
As a company overall, we let's say we achieve a lot of things in terms of data and digitals. So we have a lot of let's say experience on it. And one of the key milestones were to bring it back on the data ownership, to put in place and set up the data domains to keep the business owner of the data and set the foundation for such a program, a Cognite Data Fusion program, for example, but also digital development and applications. So that's about data domain, but we also foresee the framework of data products, the way that we package and will govern, secure the data with the highest quality to be exposed for the sake of ambition of the end users. Mm-hmm. And this will be exposed through a data platform. So specifically for Surface, Cognite Data Fusion.
Awesome. That's wonderful. So I saw the recent press release about you guys working together. So you talked a little bit about what you're doing on the E&P side. Yeah. Is this just a sampling of where you're going to start with working with Cognite, and then do you plan to use it in other areas of the business?
We already work with Cognite. We already work with Cognite Data Fusion on a drilling and well part since 1 year and a half, 2 years. So we used to know Cognite Data Fusion, but it's not the only, let's say, part of our ecosystem in terms of data. We have other data platform already implemented, not with Cognite, but with also other, let's say, partners with Microsoft Azure, with AWS also. So this part of our ecosystem in terms of data.
Okay. That makes sense. And we understand that you gave a powerful keynote, or you're giving one. I don't know if it's happened yet. Is it a little bit?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yes. Can you share a little bit about what you spoke about?
Okay, so I spoke and I presented with Dave McKinnon our journey about this, let's say, data platform ambition, where we stand for, what was the different milestones to get and to achieve this partnership, and then this ambition to implement and deploy Cognite Data Fusion as a foundation for surface data at the E&P level, exploration production. So I already explained the scope, ambition, and all the, let's say, the milestones for the 3 years to come. Because we have, let's say, the 3 years to design, set up, and establish a data foundation. So Cognite Data Fusion as a data foundation on our 39 producing assets and some greenfield projects. So that's a very challenging and exciting program. Yes. Just the start of the journey, but I'm really confident to achieve that collectively with Cognite and TotalEnergies team.
Excellent. Well, great. And that's it in my questions. Do you have any final thoughts you'd like to say?
No, just thank you, and great pleasure to be there. And hopefully by next year, we'll be there also.
Yes, fantastic. Yeah. Well, thank you for your time today. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We are here today with Ms. Karen Czachorowski. She is with Aker BP, and we wanted to talk to her a little bit about how the conference has been going. We're at day 2. How's it been going for you?
It's been going great. I mean, there's a lot of insights, a lot of people, and thanks for having me, by the way. There's a lot of people, a lot of different companies. The conference grew a lot from last year, and it's just great to have a conference where you can sit with people from the industry as well and other customers and talk to them about their problems and see where you are a little bit, and if you're at least in a nice path for success as well. So it's really interesting, and it's just great.
How many years have you attended the conference?
So this is the second year, right? So last year I was here as well, and it's really nice.
Yeah, it is very, very nice. So let's talk a little bit about your business at Aker BP. Can you tell us an example where AI has made a measurable difference in your operations?
Yeah, well, absolutely. There's 2 main examples I can give. One is document parsing. So basically using AI to parse documents, PDFs, whatever it is that you have, to create material master. So that gives us better results, faster, less time typing in, looking at data in documents, and more just validating the output from AI instead. And that just saves us time and gives us more quality as well. Mm-hmm. We also have the root cause analysis agents that we built with Cognite. And we're seeing, expected fantastic results, up to 96% of efficiency and in root cause analysis. And that is just saving a lot of hours, right? And this is people, engineering and a lot of operations people that, we waste time creating a lot of these maps and finding data and trying to find correlations, and now AI can do it for them, right? So we're reducing that time from months to weeks, and now potentially hours, and this just saves a lot of time. And basically the value is not just the hours, but I have less input and more output from it. So I do much more with the same people, or potentially the same hours, or even less hours.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's really great. It's something we're really happy with.
Yes, absolutely. So can you talk to me a little bit about when you guys first implemented AI into your operations? What was the most surprising thing?
Well, the most surprising, anything you're introducing, any technology you're introducing, you're always going to have people playing with it a little bit. And this one, we're seeing people just jumping into it, right? They really want to do something about it. It varies a little bit area to area, but in general, people are really trying and keen to experiment and build things and getting really curious. And that is just a major push, right? Because normally you have to kind of chase people a little bit. You want to do this, how about that, and so on. And now they're chasing and coming with ideas, and how can I do this and that and those differently and more efficiently and better. So that was an unexpected win, I would say.
Yes, absolutely. I've heard stories of people that it's just like it's a pull in.
Exactly.
It's exciting to hear that people are just jumping right in. They're seeing the benefit of what Cognite is doing to help your operations make their job easier.
It makes my job easier as well, because I don't need to sell it as much. I can have more people involved, and the more involved they are, the more they like it, and the more they want to do. The challenge becomes to do it all in a much shorter time, right? So how can we actually give these tools to them faster?
So how has working with Cognite changed the day-to-day operations of your team? Can you talk a little bit about how that's changed for the better?
Absolutely. So our journey with Cognite started, a long time ago, basically when they started as well. So we've been building over the years, we've been learning over the years, and we share a lot of learnings over this time. And what we see now is that we have a trusted data model that we can really believe on. And we have contextualized data, so it's easier and faster insights, faster time to get insights. And it's data that we can trust. Right. So we see how it's been modeled, we see how it is connected to other things, so we can trust the information we're getting, right? And by doing that as well, it makes our AI solutions also trusted, right? So because I can trust that data, I know where it's coming from, and I know that those agents we're building are using this data, and this is information I can trust. So it's really a fantastic platform to build upon. So this journey of going from data to data platforms to then contextualize data and models, and now AI is just a fantastic journey.
If you met someone today on the street who was really hesitant about bringing AI into their legacy oil and gas business, what would you say to them?
I meet a lot of them. So what I tell them is, well, you have to experiment. You have to pull up your sleeves and you have to work with it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you have to be careful of all of the things. There's obviously regulations, but there's the few things that we talk about normally is that you have to make sure that you're not putting any people in jeopardy. You're not putting environment in jeopardy, and you're not putting the company itself in jeopardy, right? So if you think about those in that way, you can experiment with it and you can go into that learning journey as well. So what we tend to do is think about these three things in general. So if I use AI to create an email, right? And the email is a bit weird and wonky, or something is, worst it can happen is that I'm going to be embarrassed and I'll have to save face somehow, but it's not too bad, right?
Right.
It's easy for me to verify if the email is correct. And if it passes, somebody gets that email, it's easy for me to recant that email, just apologize, get the email back. So it's very reversible. And then if I have something, the consequence of it, again, is just me being embarrassed. But when we start thinking about things that are more interconnected with the operations, then we need to start thinking about the consequences of those agents or AI solutions interacting with this data and potentially then having a higher consequence. So it's harder to verify and it's harder to reverse. So if you think about these things and think where is it that is easier for me to start with, verifiable, reversible, lower consequences, and go with them a little bit faster so your people can start experimenting and learning. And in the meantime, you look at those other problems, but also then paying attention that you're not going to jeopardize safety in any way.
That's brilliantly. That was a great analogy. Thank you for that. Looking ahead to the next year, 18 months, what are you most excited about for deploying your AI capability?
Oh, there's so much, but I think the things that we're seeing now, obviously, is putting the tools in the hands of people and getting them to use these tools and start learning more and more and more and seeing these productivity gains as well, efficiency gains. But I am personally excited about agent-to-agent communication. So when you have an AI agent talking to another and we get to these agentic systems working together, as our CEO said yesterday as well in the keynote, this is the last generation where we're going to have only humans working together, right? This is now, a human is an agent and you connect that to an AI agent and those agents are now working together in this ecosystem that is no longer just human. And this is the moment we're in. Right. So if you look over the years where we've been with technology and we got to this point, you have to be excited about it. So this is definitely what we're playing with and understanding it better. This is what I am the most excited about, and seeing this ecosystem there and how can I manage these agents and what are they doing together. And we completely transform the way we work by having these systems in place.
Absolutely. Great. Thank you so much, Karen, for your time. It's a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for listening to OGGN, the world's largest and most listened to podcast network for the oil and energy industry. If you like this show, leave us a review and then go to OGGN.com to learn about all our other shows. And don't forget to sign up for our weekly newsletter. This show has been a production of the Oil and Gas Global Network.